I definitely felt very beat up. Mild concussion. I was quite sore.
But Ivan was able to ski down the mountain at the Lake Louise Resort in Canada to get checked out by the ski patrol. So close to landing on the actual seat, maybe next time, was a typical comment. But Ivan said he had no intention of trying that. He thought it would be impossible to hit the chairlift until he did.
When I hit the chairlift, I was actually in shock, so I didn't feel anything.
His mom, Mindy, was off skiing when she got the call that her son had hit the chairlift.
Was very grateful to see him in person before seeing the video, because the video is pretty awful.
As the video went viral, jokesters added audio.
He's dreamed about this his whole life. Oh, that is not good.
Lake Louise Resort told CNN it does not condone what happened. Imagine the view from the chair full of skiers coming up the lift. And instead of just wondering how Ivan fared, I liked, is the chairlift okay? You'd be giggling too if you survived this. Oh! Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh my goodness.
So I have my first ski lesson this weekend, so not the greatest thing to watch before doing that.
Don't worry, I don't think you'll be on anything crazy like that.
I'm not going to try no spin, chair, 360, whatever he was trying to do. I will not be trying to do that.
Correct.
I will hopefully just be able to ski a little bit. That's what I'm hoping for.
I
just
stick
get
to
up
the
and
bunny
stand.
hill.
Okay.
I stick to the bunny hill. Whenever I go off the bunny hill, bad things happen.
We'll see if I can even make it there.
No, you got this.
Yes. Well, coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, a long-term construction project in Yakima meant to help small business owners is having the opposite effect. And the Tri-Cities' biggest event of the year loses one of its major sponsors.
And conditions from yesterday have cleared, mostly the windy, slightly rainy conditions, plus temperatures are on their way up. Stick around, we'll have your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And the time is 6:01 on a Wednesday, March 13th, halfway through the work week. It's not as cold outside as it has been, and we're going to get some sunny conditions, aren't we?
I'm so looking forward to the sunny conditions. I haven't gone outside on a nature walk in a while.
And
I think it's the perfect weekend to do that.
Good, because I want to do one of those too. Well, I will be, because I'm doing my ski lesson. My sister's coming into town, so I'll be doing more than I usually do.
Good. It's the perfect weekend to do that. So let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. It is looking pretty clear out, and it's going to continue to be clear over the next couple of days. Some areas are going to have some clouds, but they're going to be kind of making their way out of the area by today. Lighter wind than we saw yesterday, except for the Kittitas County areas. That's where we're going to be seeing some stronger winds today with gusts. Temperatures are on the way up. Beautiful conditions are on the way. On our first alert radar, we saw some snow lingering around the Blues, but otherwise clear and dry outside this morning. On our temperatures right now, we're mostly seeing upper 20s to upper 30s in some places. Walla Walla 38, but Tri-Cities and Prosser 28. Cold in Yakima 25 degrees, so some places very chilly so far this morning. We will be rising just a little bit today. Let's take a look at our wind speeds. They are lower than we saw yesterday, but again, a little stronger in the Ellensburg areas. Mid-50s for the Yakima area, Tri-Cities upper 50s, lower 60s. Walla Walla, lower 50s for your day today. I have more about these beautiful conditions that's coming up in my full forecast, but for now, I'll send it to Jessica.
Thank you, Riley. And we have a follow-up now, an update. Washington State Patrol has released the name of the person who died yesterday morning after being hit by a car on I-182. 16-year-old Ethan Vargas of Kennewick died after he crossed the westbound lanes of I-182 just before 4 a.m. The driver who hit Vargas stopped at the scene and called for help. The circumstances surrounding the crash remain under investigation. At this time, there are no charges pending, and authorities said drugs or alcohol were not factors in the crash. And you may have noticed a bit more congestion during your commute over the Blue Bridge. The closure began yesterday morning, and it will remain closed from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. through Saturday, March 16th. So drivers will also notice a speed reduction, a southbound single lane closure over the bridge will also be in place during those same hours. And that's also running through Saturday. And this is part of the work to repaint the Blue Bridge. In Yakima, the North First Street Revitalization Project is aimed at fixing critical infrastructure issues and making the area more friendly to pedestrians. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the project is actually hurting them right now.
I spoke to the owners of 6 local businesses who say even now, just a month after construction started, they're already struggling to make ends meet, and they only expect things to get worse.
It's not just tough for just one person here. It's not tough. Hey, it's impacting 2 people. It's impacting hundreds of people, their livelihoods.
North First Street has gone from a convenient way to access I-82 and Sela to an area drivers avoid. From 4 lanes down to 2, from stoplights to 4-way stops. Now, traffic has slowed to a crawl.
35,000 to 40,000 cars typically coming through a day, and they're saying it's now down to it's almost a ghost town is what they're saying.
For Gee Indian Cuisine, Arco AM/PM, Holiday Lodge, Pop's Chicken, Mercado de Yakima, and the Lincoln Conoco, that means mostly empty parking lots and devastating profit loss.
At least 50% for everybody.
And that's within the first month.
11 years in the making, the project's goal? To fix broken roads and failing infrastructure. Plus,
better sidewalks for more walkability, much cleaner, and so yes, it's supposed to help our businesses later on.
But with over a year of road construction left and 18 months until it's all done.
When you go through our books every day, you look at it, it's depressing. I don't know how we're gonna make it.
As many small business owners know, you can't survive 18 months on 50% of your business.
That's why they're asking for help.
We're not saying, hey, pay our bills. We're saying help us contribute to keep us rolling and keep us above water.
City officials say they've had access points widened and put up signs saying businesses are open. Now they're working with the Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce and the Yakima County Development Association to do more.
We're meeting with them to try to figure out if there's other resources to help them during this time, maybe from state resources that they might be able to tap into for helping for lost revenue and stuff like that.
But in the meantime, the city and business owners say it's you who can help by not avoiding the area.
It's not always convenient, but I think it's worth the inconvenience.
Don't leave us alone. Please come back. You know, we're here.
We're still open for business.
We don't want to lose our business, you know.
We will be following up with the city about their plans to help and about any resources available to local business owners. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And the Yakima Parks and Recreation Commission is asking for the people's opinion on whether or not to add a playground to Gilbert Park. Park officials said a woman who lives in the area approached the commission a couple of months ago to ask about the possibility of adding a playground for her young children. They sent out about 200 letters to neighbors in order to gauge interest, but there's already one barrier to adding a playground. The initial deed from when the Gilbert family signed over the property to the city says the property should not be used primarily for a children's playground.
The Gilbert family has agreed that it'd be okay to change the deed if that needs to happen. So more legal, information will have to be sought from that to see if that's a possibility or not.
Park officials will be going over the responses from neighbors and accepting public comment at the Parks Commission meeting tonight at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall. In a community event alert, the Tri-City Waterfallies Association says they've been suffering financial losses since 2020, and they're in need of securing sponsors in order to keep the 59-year event alive. Former title sponsor Hapo recently ended their contract with the show. The 3-day event is the largest tourism and sporting event in Eastern Washington, contributing around $2.7 million to the Tri-Cities economy. It's scheduled for July 26th through the 28th, and officials say title sponsorship for the hydroplane races is critical for the continuation of the event. For the second year in a row, STCU is serving as a sponsor for the Over the River Air Show.
We'll continue doing it one way or another, but at the same time, it would help us if we had some more support from some companies in the community, even if it's just a little support. You know, that we have lots of opportunities for sponsorship. and, hey, one person wanting to donate, $200,000 is great. 10 people wanting to donate $20,000 is great. However, we can get to a number that helps us continue what we've been doing without having to cut back. And we had to raise ticket prices last year, raise them a little bit here and there this year. We're trying to not raise ticket prices.
The Tri-City Waterfall is offering other sponsorships as well, and officials say a sponsorship could offer exposure to an average of 50,000 attendees. And now let's go to Riley Fitzgerald for an early look at your weather forecast.
Well, our conditions from yesterday are clearing up. It's looking beautiful heading into our weekend. Lower winds, no showers, clear skies. More information coming up.
And still ahead, amid the rise of ADHD diagnosis in adults, recently a new study links treating ADHD patients with medication to a lower risk of death overall. And we'll be back with more headlines right after this.
6 o'clock, bogey. Did you say burger? Because I can go for a burger. I'm not talking about burger. Roger that. Fire now.
Need burger? Get burger! Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger, only at Carl's Jr.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Place, toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Roy, she's never seen it!
It's cold and sticks to my feet. This stuff rules.
Ah, look, she made a snow, Roy.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
Good news. For years, Washington Realtors embraced some of the most consumer-friendly practices in the nation, putting fairness and transparency at the heart of the home buying process, providing clients with the duties of their real estate broker in the transaction, along with a written agreement explaining the cost of brokerage services, and receiving and signing this agreement up front. Now, these principles are not just industry standard, they're state law. Transparency in real estate, brought to you by Washington Realtors. Is your broker a realtor?
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Welcome back. In health news this morning, people with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder are at an increased risk for premature death. But a large study out of Sweden suggests treating the disorder with medication can help reduce the overall mortality risk for patients. Researchers identified nearly 150,000 people diagnosed with ADHD between 2007 and 2018. Tracking death within 2 years of diagnosis. They found a 19% decrease in the 2-year mortality rate for those who got an ADHD medication. Treatment with medication especially reduced the risk of death from unnatural causes such as accidental injury, suicide, and accidental drug overdose, particularly among men. And experts say the report emphasizes the importance of timely ADHD diagnosis. It's also an important reminder for healthcare providers to discuss with patients who are deciding how to manage their condition. And the study was published Tuesday in the journal JAMA. Also, a study found a significant number of 12th graders in the U.S. have used Delta-8 THC products. Unlike cannabis, there are no age restrictions for buying Delta-8 in most states where the product is legal. Often called light THC, it's easily accessible at convenience stores, gas stations, and online. Researchers used data from an in-school survey conducted across the U.S. in early 2023. 11.4% admitted to using the cannabis compound in the past year. A study author called that a very high number, saying they weren't expecting it to be that high. The author suggests the number of teens using it may be a potential public health concern. Scientists do not fully understand what effects Delta 8 may have on teens. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, inflation-weary Americans got some relief from the supermarket and medical bills as President Biden touted Tuesday's inflation report. How it could affect your wallet coming up. And looking outside, temperature is 28 degrees. The sunrise is at 7:12 this morning. Riley Fitzgerald will have more in that first alert full forecast. That is coming up shortly.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Indulge in Legends Casino's Seafood Buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
This is the first sit-down that people have seen.
Christina Applegate with Jamie Lynn Sigler.
My symptoms have started the early part of 2021.
Powerful, inspiring. This morning on
Good Morning America.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all. Again. There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad, so you better act fast. Don't miss your chance to drive away in a new Nissan.
Let's roll.
Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue, or get 2.9% financing for 36 months on Frontier.
This water tower sits on an eroding, unstable hill.
There is a serious amount of erosion going on.
But no one is sure who should stop the erosion.
Somebody needs to start accepting responsibility.
The Craigs Hill Dilemma. Apple Valley News Now at 6, Thursday.
How many used peanut butter spoons do you find in the sink?
Do you know what's amazing?
Yeah.
You can put those spoons that you put in the sink in the dishwasher.
Next live, 911 star Angela Bassett. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. It is still dark outside and pretty chilly this morning. Clear skies are on the way once our clouds start to go away. We also have lighter wind today than we had yesterday, and temperatures are going to keep rising, so it's going to get a little warmer as our week continues. We had a little bit of snow showers in the blues, but they've gone, and now we're seeing clear skies and dry skies as well. On our futurecast, we see as our day continues, clouds start to go away a little bit. As tonight comes around, we have very, very clear blank skies, looking nice over the next couple of days. Looking forward to beautiful sunshine across the entire region over the next couple of days. So let's take a look at our wind speeds. So yesterday this time we had some winds picking up a little bit. Yesterday afternoon I had to hold on to the steering wheel a little tighter because we had some strong winds. Today we are going to have some stronger winds in the Kittitas County area. So on our futurecast winds, it's picking up a little bit just in that county. We're going to be seeing up to 29 mile-per-hour winds in Kittitas County today. Otherwise, staying pretty low across the rest of our region. Winds are on their way out by tomorrow in Kittitas County. So looking forward to that. Let's take a look at our current temperatures. We're seeing some upper 30s in some places, Walla Walla, Hermiston, Pendleton, upper 30s, Toppenish as well, but below freezing in some areas. Tri-Cities 28, Prosser 28, 25 in Yakima. So some areas very chilly this morning. Temperatures will be rising. So let's take a look at those highs today. We're seeing mid to upper 50s in the Yakima Valley. We're going to be seeing mid to upper 50s, lower 60s in the mid-Columbia. Nice warm temperatures, and in the Blue Mountain region, we're going to be seeing lower 50s for your day today. Beautiful conditions, a little warmer for some of us today, a little cooler in the Blue Mountain region though. Tonight we're going to be seeing clearing conditions and very cold temperatures, freezing for a lot of our areas. 32 for Walla Walla, 31 Tri-Cities, 30 for Yakima tonight. So tonight we're going to be a little chilly, and then the temperatures start to pick up. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, and we can see just how nice our temperatures are going to be getting by this time next week. All of that sun is hanging out across the region, and our overnight lows are picking up as well. We're seeing the mid to upper 60s by this weekend, and even some 70s by Monday, Tuesday. Overnight lows picking up to the lower 40s. Looking forward to that. In the Tri-Cities, 60s, 61 today, but by the weekend, mid-60s, and by the start of next week, we're seeing that 70 and 71 for your Tuesday. Overnight lows are picking up as well, from 33 tonight up to 45 Monday night. So overnight lows are picking up, gonna be nice and warm. Our daily highs for Yakima for Walla Walla over the next couple of days. Today is a little cooler, but by tomorrow, upper 50s, lower to mid 60s by the weekend. We even see that 70 for Walla Walla this next week as well, and those overnight lows picking up as well. Today, windy in the Kittitas area, but otherwise nice and clear, and looking forward to a beautiful weekend. I'll send it back to Jessica.
Thank you, Riley. In some money news, we have good news and bad news when it comes to inflation. While some prices at the grocery store are up, others are down. Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji with more.
Applause on Wall Street as the S&P 500 hit a record high yesterday. Investors shrugging off a new report that finds inflation once again rose last month. Consumer prices were up 3.2% from a year ago, slightly above what was expected, and Americans are noticing.
I love Honeycrisp, but $8, $9 for a bag of apples? Nah, that's not good.
The main culprits keeping prices high? Gas rose 3.8%, rent rose 0.4%, clothing up 0.6%. Grocery prices overall were flat last month, but cereal and egg prices rose again, with eggs up nearly 6%.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck because it's so hard really to save.
President Biden touted Tuesday's inflation report, saying, "My top economic priority is lowering costs, and we continue to make progress."
If inflation is going down, that's great, but I have not seen any of my bills get cheaper. It does not feel like it's gotten better.
Some good news in the furniture industry: costs are coming down. IKEA now says it's cutting prices.
IKEA is reducing the pricing on a lot of their products due to the fact that global inflation is coming down, and the company is now investing a lot in infrastructure and supply chain, which will further reduce the prices on their most popular products.
Furniture costs have dropped 4% in the last year, but with overall inflation ticking up slightly, don't expect the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates before summer at the earliest. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's time for Operation Best Friend. And this week, we're welcoming the president of the Pitbull Pen as she introduces us to Minnie Mac.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
Mrs. Howard, how come you don't read this good?
I am very adept at many amusing sounds. Watch. I am a pig.
by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Watch Sunday night at 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Next ET, Ricky Martin, Carol Burnett.
Shake me another martini, and then let's play doctor.
Their wild new TV collab.
It was wonderful and embarrassing.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
Want free college or career training? It's possible. Go to wogrant.org.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's time for Operation Best Friend, where we introduce you to a local shelter pet looking for their forever home. Elizabeth Norman from the Pitbull Pen brought in Mini Mac this week. Take a look.
I'm Elizabeth Norman with the Pitbull Pen, and this is Mini Macaroni. And he is 8 months old and about 80 pounds. He is a bully type mix. We're not sure exactly what he's mixed with, but it is something large. And he's looking for a home. And he is also going to be looking for a foster home in the near future if he cannot find a permanent home. So if that's something that you're interested in, maybe giving him a trial run, or if you've been wanting to bring a dog into your home but haven't taken that leap yet, fostering is a great way to get started. He came to us with his 2 sisters, and they've since been adopted, and he's been living in foster care with other dogs, cats, since then. He's also met young children. We'll prefer to have him in a home where he's well supervised with small creatures because he is enthusiastic and large, but he is incredibly friendly with everything. I've been spring cleaning the yard and taking down branches, so he's having a heyday with that because he gets to run around with the branches. Yeah, he enjoys being outdoors for sure. So Mini Macaroni, like our other dogs, has all of his initial needs taken care of. So he is already neutered, he is microchipped, he's dewormed, and he's vaccinated. And Mini Macaroni will be coming with a $50 gift card to Paws Pet Emporium to help with his initial startup costs of supplies.
What a sweet, well-behaved doggy. Oh, so cute. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Congress is expected to make a major vote today that could decide the future of popular media sharing app TikTok in the U.S. And there's been another Ukraine military aid package announced by the Biden administration, this one worth up to $300 million.
Next Extra, Ryan Gosling hours after his Kennergy robbed the Oscars.
It feels good. It feels good.
What did his girls think and how he's changing gears from Kent to stuntman? Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive Soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-268-7157. That's 1-800-268-7157 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-268-7157 now.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleyNewsNow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the popular social media app TikTok, whose China-based parent company officials say is a national security threat, will be in Congress's crosshairs today. And the Biden administration announced another package of military aid to Ukraine after warnings from the Pentagon that there wasn't any money left.
And conditions have cleared from yesterday's windy, slightly rainy day, plus temperatures are on their way up. Stick around, we'll have your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And Riley, it's 6:31 on Hump Day, Wednesday, March 13th. We are halfway through the work week. We're almost there.
We are almost there. I saw some showers yesterday. It was a
breezy,
really strange,
a little showery.
Yes. I was on my way home, and in the few-minute drive, rain started and also ended. So as I said yesterday, they were quick showers for the Tri-Cities. Not even close.
Okay, good.
So we're going to have dry conditions, but I was just so shocked. I was like, suddenly there's rain on my car and I have to use the windshield
wipers.
wipers.
Random, all right.
A little random, but today, pretty predictable.
It is a little cold right now, isn't it, though?
It is a little cold right now. Let's take a live look outside right now in Roachland through the Columbia Point sky cam. Clear skies today, a little chilly as we were talking about, but it's going to get nice and warm and the temperatures are going to continue to go up. So clear skies, dry skies, as opposed to yesterday. And we've got lighter wind. Yesterday we had some gusty conditions, but today we are not going to have that for many of us. Temperatures are going to be rising this week. This weekend is looking awesome. We've got some snow that was happening around the Blue Mountains, but that has kind of made its way out of the area. We're seeing now dry and clear skies so far on our first alert radar. Temperatures right now all the way from 25 in Yakima to 38 in Walla Walla, so kind of cooler towards the Cascades. Tri-Cities right now 28 degrees, so a little chilly in some of our areas. Will be warming up. Wind speeds pretty low right now. Yesterday, again, we had those gusty conditions. We will have gusty conditions in the Kittitas County areas. Highs today,
Mid-50s in the Yakima area, upper 50s, lower 60s in the Tri-Cities, and lower 50s for Walla Walla. I'll have more in my full forecast, but for now I'll send it back to Jessica.
Thank you, Riley. And now to a big vote in the House this morning on whether to put the immensely popular social media app TikTok on the chopping block. Lawmakers are threatening to ban the China-based app in the U.S. due to rising concerns about data security and foreign influence. ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest.
This morning, the U.S. House is poised to pass a bill that could ban the wildly popular social media app TikTok. The bill would require the app's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to sever ties with the app within 6 months or risk getting blocked on app stores and websites across the country.
You also have to shut down the website associated with the app to prevent its functionality, but the bill remains narrowly focused on social media apps tied to 4 adversary countries. That's it.
China's Select Committee Chairman Mike Gallagher echoes FBI Director Christopher Wray, who testified before Congress this week, saying the Beijing-based app poses a threat to national security and warned TikTok could be used to spy on Americans and possibly influence the election.
And the ability to conduct influence operations, that is extraordinarily difficult to detect. And that's what makes it such a pernicious risk.
But the presumptive GOP presidential nominee, Donald Trump, who spearheaded efforts to ban the app when he was in office, is reversing course, opposing the bill.
There are a lot of users. There's, a lot of good, and there's a lot of bad with TikTok. But the thing I don't like is that without TikTok, you can make Facebook bigger. And I consider Facebook to be an enemy of the people.
The company TikTok says a ban would trample the First Amendment rights of 170 million Americans.
Banning TikTok also means taking away a voice and a platform for communities of color and queer creators that have made TikTok their home.
Still, Trump's opposition is doing little to deter most House Republicans, and the bill is expected to pass the chamber with bipartisan support, but it faces an uncertain future in the Senate. And the Biden administration announced a new military aid package for Ukraine on Tuesday. The package is worth up to $300 million and includes artillery ammunition, anti-aircraft missiles, and anti-armor systems. The last time the U.S. sent a military aid package to Ukraine was in December. At the time, the Pentagon warned Congress there was no more money left for security assistance. However, a senior defense official says additional funding became available as a result of savings made in weapons contracts. But an official says this is not a sustainable long-term solution, and Congress will need to pass the supplemental spending bill that includes aid for Ukraine. And the measure was already passed by the Senate, but Republican leadership in the House has refused to bring the bill for a vote. And CNN projects former President Donald Trump has earned enough delegates to secure the Republican presidential nomination. An allocation of delegates from the Washington state primary win yesterday allows Trump to reach the 1,215 mark necessary to become his party's presumptive nominee. Trump will not become the official GOP presidential nominee until the Republican National Convention that'll take place in Milwaukee this July. And now let's go to Riley Fitzgerald. She's got that early look at your weather forecast.
Yeah, we've got no breezy conditions. We had breezy conditions yesterday. We are looking at clear skies today. Looking forward to a beautiful weekend ahead, but I have more in my forecast that's on the way.
And still ahead, NASA has unveiled the design for the message plate heading to Jupiter's moon Europa in October. We'll take a look at that next.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1. From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records, and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
How many used peanut butter spoons do you find in the sink?
Do you know what's amazing?
Yeah.
You can put those spoons that you put in the sink in the dishwasher.
Next 5, 911 star Angela Bassett. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Brett Michaels, Party Gras 2024. Mother's Day weekend Party Gras concert. Saturday, May 11th. Legend Casino, Toppenish. From over 50 million albums sold comes the Poison hits and solo hits live from the man who starred in VH1's Rock of Love, The Masked Singer on Fox, and ABC's Greatest Hits. Party Gras 2024. Tickets available at Ticketmaster and Legend Casino gift shop. Saturday, May 11th. Legend Casino, Toppenish.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
How long do I have to wait?
So what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Interns are in trouble.
Which one of you am I firing?
I'm truly stunned that you still work here. I love you, and I'm gonna love you forever.
Your vodka tonic, sir. We need to talk about what happened.
Dr. Altman is in critical condition. Are you ready for this?
Welcome back. NASA has unveiled its design for a message that's heading to Jupiter's moon Europa later this year. A commemorative metal plate will be on board NASA's Europa Clipper spacecraft when it launches in October. This unique plate is decorated on both sides with a rare metal and will serve as a cosmic message in a bottle. It's etched with millions of names submitted by the public, also poetry and artwork symbolizing humanity. The external side of the plate has waveforms that represent the word water in 103 languages. The overall mission this fall is to explore Jupiter's ocean moon. And NASA scientists estimate that a global ocean with more than twice the amount of water in Earth's oceans exists beneath Europa's thick icy shell. And there's a Rick and Morty episode somewhere in that story. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Boeing's manufacturing woes are causing a ripple effect across the industry, causing billions of dollars in lost revenue. And looking outside, it's getting a little lighter and brighter. The city looks beautiful. The temperature is 28 degrees, not as beautiful. But Riley Fitzgerald will have more in that first Alert Full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 25th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even fuel charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Look outside at Columbia Point Skycam in Richland. It is starting to get a little brighter out there. Fantastic day to get outside today. Clearer skies than we saw yesterday. Lighter winds are on the way. Yesterday we had some gusty conditions, but today it's a little bit lighter in a lot of our areas. And temperatures are going to keep rising. We have a beautiful weekend that's on the way. On our First Alert radar, we saw some snow activity in the blues, but that's gone away, and now we're seeing beautiful, clear, and dry skies. I saw a little bit of rain on my way home yesterday, but it was super quick. I just had to turn on the windshield wipers for like 2 minutes or something. On our futurecast, we see as the day goes on, clouds start to disappear, and we have just clear skies, sunny skies over the next couple of days. So heading into Thursday and even heading into Friday, just the next couple of days are looking beautiful and clear. Let's take a look at our wind speeds right now. We're seeing, especially in the Kittitas Valley, that's where the winds are mostly hanging out, and that's where they're going to continue to hang out. We have wind gusts up to 29 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley today. Otherwise, winds are staying pretty moderate, a lot lower than we saw yesterday. So only have to hold on to your hats if you're hanging out in the Ellensburg, Cle Elum areas. Temperatures right now all the way from 25 in the Yakima area, 28 Tri-Cities to 38 in the Walla Walla area. So we do have some colder conditions so far this morning, but they're going to be picking up a little bit later on today. Let's take a look at our highs for your Wednesday. We're seeing mid to upper 50s in the Yakima area. We're seeing mid 40s to upper 40s in the Kittitas areas. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing upper 50s to lower 60s today. So we're hitting the 60s. That's exciting. It's a little cooler today for the Blue Mountain region, lower 50s for your Wednesday. Let's take a look at our temperatures for this evening. Temperatures are dropping down back below freezing, but this should be one of the last days we're going to be seeing freezing temperatures for at least the next couple of days. Again, we have just below freezing for our entire areas, and conditions are clearing up. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, because we have this to look forward to. We have 70s that are on the way. Our weekend is looking beautiful as well. Beautiful and clear conditions for our Saturday, Sunday, into those 70-degree temperatures Monday, Tuesday. This is for Yakima. Our overnight lows are also picking up from the 30s to the lower 40s by, again, Monday, Tuesday next week. On our 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities, temperatures are bumping up from 60 today to 71 this time next week. Beautiful conditions just all throughout. Looking forward to maybe getting outside. I definitely am going to be. Overnight lows are also picking up from the lower 30s to the mid 40s Beautiful conditions are on the way, a lot to look forward to over the next couple of days. On our 7-day forecast for Walla Walla, once the clouds go away today, we have some sun picking up. Beautiful conditions are on the way, and our overnight lows are picking up as well. Again, we have windy conditions in Kittitas Valley, but otherwise it's looking beautiful, clear, and dry for today and heading into the next couple of days. Have a fantastic Wednesday.
Thank you, Riley. And new details are emerging about the whistleblower who raised concerns about quality at Boeing. He was found dead after providing evidence in a lawsuit against the company. Meanwhile, the quality problems plaguing Boeing could now force some airlines to reduce their flight schedules. ABC's M. Nguyen has more.
This morning, new details about this terrifying moment. A door panel blew off an Alaska Airlines plane in mid-flight in January. The airline now confirms the Boeing jet was scheduled to be taken out of service that very night for maintenance. The New York Times reports warning lights had previously alerted the crew to a possible pressurization problem, but the plane continued to be flown for 10 days. Boeing and its supplier Spirit Aerosystems have reportedly failed dozens of FAA audits since that door panel incident. The FAA reportedly observed mechanics at Spirit using a hotel key card to check a door seal, and Spirit mechanics applied Dawn soap to a door seal as lubricant.
Most of these problems go back to a failure to follow basic procedures. So this will be what Boeing needs to do. Go back to basics, blocking and tackling, of making sure that the airplanes are built the way that they're designed to be built.
Boeing's manufacturing woes are rippling across the industry. Southwest, which only flies Boeing jets, now says it'll stop hiring pilots and flight attendants and may have to reduce flight schedules because of delivery delays from Boeing. United Airlines also imposing a hiring freeze, and Alaska Airlines is warning of possible schedule changes. More than 2,800 Boeing jets are in service nationwide. A recent poll found only 18% of passengers have high confidence that the planes are properly maintained. In response to the concerns, Boeing saying, "We are squarely focused on implementing changes to strengthen quality."
As difficult and as painful these inspections are for Boeing, they will help them get back to basics to be able to begin to earn the trust of the FAA and the flying public.
M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
And the former Boeing employee turned whistleblower was found dead in South Carolina over the weekend. The Charleston County Coroner's Office says 62-year-old John Barnett died on March 9th, possibly from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Charleston police are investigating. Barnett worked for Boeing for decades and had raised serious concerns about Boeing's production standards. Lawyers for Barnett said, quote, John was in the midst of a deposition in his whistleblower retaliation case, which finally was nearing the end. And they say he was in good spirits and showed no indication that he would take his own life. They are encouraging police to continue to investigate his death. And Boeing issued a statement saying it's saddened by Mr. Barnett's passing. And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your weather forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, why one of the biggest retailers in the world is cutting prices. Swedish furniture giant IKEA slashing their already notoriously low prices, relaunching the new lower price campaign.
Insane. Half of entire sections are clearance.
They've already had low prices for as long as I can remember. So the fact that I have went in recently and noticed even lower prices was just shocking.
IKEA is reducing the pricing on a lot of their products due to the fact that global inflation is coming down. And the company is now investing a lot in infrastructure and supply chain, which will further reduce the prices on their most popular products.
So will other major stores follow IKEA's lead? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
RSV can severely affect the lungs and lower airways.
But I'm protected with Arexvy.
Arexvy is a vaccine used to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious for those over 60, including those with asthma, diabetes, COPD, and certain other conditions.
But I'm protected
Arexvy is proven to be over 82% effective in preventing lower respiratory disease from RSV and over 94% effective in those with these health conditions. Arexvy does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients. Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site pain, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain.
I chose Arexvy.
RSV? Make it Arexvy.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, Washington State Patrol has released the name of the person who died yesterday after being hit by a car on I-182. 16-year-old Ethan Vargas of Kennewick died after he crossed the westbound lanes of I-182 just before 4 a.m. The driver who hit Vargas stopped at the scene and called for help. The circumstances surrounding the crash remain under investigation, and at this time, there are no charges pending, and authorities said drugs or alcohol were not factors in the crash. More congestion during your commute over the Blue Bridge. A closure began yesterday morning, and it'll remain closed from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. through Saturday, March 16th. Drivers will also notice a speed reduction. A southbound single lane closure over the bridge will also be in place during those same hours, also running through Saturday. And this is part of the work to repaint the Blue Bridge. The North First Street revitalization project is aimed at fixing critical infrastructure issues and making the area more friendly to pedestrians, something City of Yakima officials said will help businesses in the long run. But business owners are saying that the project is hurting them right now. 6 local business owners say their regular customers come by because it's convenient for them. But with traffic slowed down due to construction, it's not so convenient anymore. Many drivers avoid North First Street whenever possible, meaning nearby businesses have all lost at least 50% of their business in the past month. The Yakima Parks and Recreation Commission is asking for the public's opinion on whether or not to add a playground to Gilbert Park. Park officials said a woman who lives in the area approached the commission a couple of months ago to ask about the possibility of adding a playground for her young kids. They sent out about 200 letters to neighbors in order to gauge interest. Park officials will be going over the responses from neighbors and accepting public comment at the Parks Commission meeting tonight at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall. And the Tri-City Water Follies Association says they've been suffering financial losses since 2020, and they're in need of securing sponsors in order to keep the 59-year event alive. The 3-day event is the largest tourism and sporting event in Eastern Washington, contributing around $2.7 million to the Tri-Cities economy. It's scheduled for July 26th through the 28th, and officials say title sponsorship for the hydroplane races is critical for the continuation of the event.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. A live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. It is still a little bit chilly this morning, but temperatures are going to be picking up and skies are going to start clearing. Wind is going to start to lower a little bit and temperatures are on the rise heading into later this week. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now. We are, again, as I said, a little chilly. Some places freezing. Tri-Cities, Yakima, we're seeing 31 and look, it looks like we just went up a little bit. 32 in the Tri-Cities now, 38 in Walla Walla, 29 in Ellensburg, so still chilly in a lot of our areas. Let's take a look at our wind speeds right now. The Kittitas County area is going to have the highest winds today, up to 29 mile-per-hour gusts. Other places are going to see moderate or calm wind for basically the rest of the day. It's lowering a little bit from our gusty day yesterday. Let's take a look at our highs for today. We're seeing mid to upper 50s for the Yakima area, upper 50s, lower 60s for the Mid-Columbia, and we're seeing lower 50s for the Blue Mountain region. A beautiful day ahead of us once we get out of these clouds. Sunny days, beautiful conditions are ahead. Have a fantastic Wednesday. Jessica?
Thank you, Riley, and thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.